Jackson on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They find some open field here. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on second down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To the short side left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here you go, boys. On 53. 22. Roger. Down.
Now Keenum throwing on second. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
Let's go.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Booker fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Let's go. Roger. Hey, let's go.
Keenum on third down. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, orange, orange. Hey, yo, it's yo, it's yo. Orange, orange. Down.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Keenum. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory. As he's brought down at the 5. And now here come the Ravens. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They go play action with Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free. Don't
need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Keenum now to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, Roger, Roger.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On first down, it's Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Keenum now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. On first down, Keenum. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Case Keenum, a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos are in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. second down. Here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Crabtree that time, and that'll make it third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Jackson now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 39 that time. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Booker. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Right back to Booker. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Working from the gun, Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Todd Davis able to drop him for a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Keenan. This is Booker on the dump off. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Roger.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Down.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and and take him down. Shane Ray in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 50. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Booker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, Mike's right. Hey, let's go.
Running left, this is Booker. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, go.
Running again, and again it's Booker. Booker coughs it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A very solid gain of 27.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Let's go. Here we go, boys. No. Roger.
Booker running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Keenum now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to be taken down. that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position and make a play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
And they'll go on the ground. Down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Booker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jackson on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Booker on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. To throw on second down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.